to those sport functionaries whom you know, whom you have account of, or who is having relation to WADA, which is WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency. So I beg you to please pass this extract to them. I have one question to them, only one, and I will try to be as polite as I can, and I will try to be as humble as I can, and as up to a point as I can. So, WADA had a meeting related to Russian sportsmen, Russian Federation banning on the 9th of December 2019. It just happened 3 months back. And the question which I have is, was there any undeclared, clandestine, mad cow disease outbreak in Switzerland that you were not aware of, and where you served a medium raw beefsteaks all 38 foundation board members of WADA on that day? Was this the case that brought you to unanimous banning decision of all Russian sportsmen of all kinds of sports from all international competitions for 4 years at least? Did you eat the raw steak of mad cow disease? Switzerland was not declared openly because of that. So kindly, let me go deeper to a point what I mean. I call it switch on Greta Thunberg in this regard. There are kinds of sports, there are kinds of physical performances that have no relation or almost no relation to doping. They don't need strength, they don't need power, they don't need force increase, they don't need speed, they don't need anything of that. And in particular right now, I speak of artistic sports. And going deeper in particular, I'm speaking of the so-called synchronized synchro swimming, which was renamed in year 2017 into artistic swimming. And usually it is called the water ballet. And I never heard of androic, steroid, anabolic ballet dancer. So by saying about water ballet and artistic swimming, I mean in particular only one person, and definitely you know her. This is the head coach of the Russian Federation artistic swimming team, Tatiana Nikolaevna Pokrovskaya. I believe you do know her story, that she came from artistic gymnastics, another artistic kind of sport, and she was 31 years young when she just came into it, and she was 39 years young when she only learned how to swim. She couldn't swim up to this age. And within the period from year 2000 up to now, for 20 years, all disciples of Tatiana Nikolaevna Pokrovskaya had such a capability, such inner strength, such trained performance by Tatiana Nikolaevna Pokrovskaya, that they turned to be able to win all gold medals in all Olympics starting after collapse of the Soviet Union, and your new change in the rules and in the disciplines to be part of the Olympic categories, Olympic program which is you left only duets. I mean Olympic Committee, not you, not the WADA people, not the 38 foundation board members, definitely. But the Olympic Committee left just 2 disciplines, team competition and the duets competition. So year 2000 in Sydney, the disciples, the students of Tatiana Pokrovskaya won both gold medals in team and in duet. In 2004 in Athens, they also got both gold medals in team and in duet. In 2008 in Beijing, they reiterated it. They got both gold medals in team and in duet. In 2012 in London, they kicked everybody, and they got both gold medals in team and in duet. And in 2016 in Rio, they also got both gold medals in team and in duet. And if you know, and I'm sure you know, that also in Rio, there was the same question how to ban or not the athletes who were belonging to those countries and to those teams from which they were found out and exposed the athletes who were using doping. So the Rio Olympic Committee took decision to avoid banning those athletes who were having innocence presumptions on their back, who never were caught as doping positive, who never were caught as using doping. So why, please, can't you reconsider, and why, please, can't you restate your attention and your declared banning decree or principle, how you would call it? Many of you, all of you are sportsmen in the past, representing country delegations. I know that. Many of you are renowned sportsmen. And some of you are the best in your kind of sport, and your fame is well known. So being such well-known people as some disciples of Tatiana Nikolaevna Pokrovskaya, as for example Svetlana Romashina, 5 times Olympic champion and 21-time world champion, or her teammate and the duet mate Svetlana Kolesnichenko, who is also an Olympic champion, the Olympic champion, and 16-time world champion. By depriving them of the possibility to stand and to look at the double eagle Russian Federation flag, for which they were crying for, which they were working out hard for, which they were praising for, and which they were giving all their life abilities for during many years. If they take, please understand, if they take the decision, and they have 2 options, either skip for their own reasons, I cannot advance any decision yet taken, and not to participate as a non-Russian Federation team, and not to go to the Olympic, you definitely, by this banning of yours, under the principle one size fits all, you made a golden gift to other country teams who will definitely get, without any hard fight, hard competition from those named by me, eminent and prominent, distinguished and talented girls, disciples of Tatiana Nikolaevna Pokrovskaya, they will get the gold, which they, as Olympic principles say, should gain in only fair and hard competition fight, I call it. And the second option you give them is to cry and to stand at the looking white cloth, which would be lifted up instead of the double-crowned eagle Russian Federation flag. And this will be definitely a very unfair decision. And I believe that you would like to be remembered for not popular, hard to declare, but a very good to be remembered, a strongly to be applauded decision, which is usually subordinate to a very strong and good principle in life. It should be also transcended to sports, which is called think twice. I beg you, please think twice. If you can avoid depriving 140 million people of Russia, all other Russian-speaking amateurs, and many, many other sympathizers of the world, of all the globe, who are cheering for this team and who are their very strong, passionate, cheering people, amateurs, you will gain respect and applause, and you will be remembered. And that was my not very short, not so emotional as of Greta Thunberg, but a very direct, very open, prepared in advance appeal with very kind 3 times request and 5 times polite word please, with gratitude in advance. If you could manage this and make a fair thing where fair thing could be done. Thank you, and sorry for taking your time.